Have you ever heard your name whispered in the dark when nobody was there? Because when I was 17, a voice came from inside my bedroom closet, and it didn't just know my name, it knew things no stranger should have known. At first, I thought I was imagining it. Then it started answering back. And what I discovered behind that closet door still keeps me awake at night, because the voice wasn't supposed to exist, but that was only the beginning.
I grew up in a small town where nothing unusual ever happened. The kind of place where every street looked the same and every neighbor knew your business. My bedroom sat at the end of a narrow hallway in an old house built decades before I was born. The closet was always there, silent, ordinary, or so I thought. But one night changed everything. It started around 2:13 in the morning. I remember the exact time because the red digits of my alarm clock burned into my eyes when I woke up suddenly. No thunder, no nightmare, just a strange feeling that someone was standing in my room, watching me, waiting, and then I heard it. A whisper, soft, barely audible. At first, I couldn't understand the words. I sat up in bed and listened carefully. The room was completely dark. Then the whisper came again. This time it was crystal clear. Liam, my name, coming from inside the closet. And I wasn't alone anymore. I jumped out of bed and flipped on the lamp. The closet door stood half open. Nothing looked unusual. No movement. No shadow. No sign of anyone hiding inside. I checked every corner. Empty. Yet my heart kept racing, because someone had definitely spoken, and things were about to get worse. Before I tell you what happened next, take a second to like this video and subscribe if you enjoy mysteries that blur the line between reality and the impossible. Because what happened over the next few weeks became more terrifying than anything I could have imagined. And trust me, you'll want to hear the ending. The next night, I stayed awake. I convinced myself there had to be a logical explanation. Maybe pipes in the walls, maybe a dream, maybe stress. But around the same time, 2:13 a.m., the whisper returned. Liam. This time it sounded closer, much closer. And that wasn't the strangest part.
The voice asked a question. Why are you pretending? My blood turned cold. Pretending? Pretending what? I stared at the closet door. Who could possibly be inside? And why would they know I was awake? Then came a sound from the darkness that changed everything. 3 slow knocks from inside the closet. Knock. 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 Every hair on my arms stood up. I grabbed a baseball bat and opened the door. Nothing. No person. No animal. Nothing at all. So where had the knocking come from? The answer was impossible.
For days, I told nobody. Who would believe me? But the voice kept returning. Every night. Always after 2 a.m. Always from the closet. And somehow, it knew personal details. Things I had never told anyone. Things hidden deep inside my life. But the next revelation was terrifying.
One night, it said, "You lost your red bicycle behind the river when you were 8. I froze. Nobody knew that story. Not even my parents. I had hidden the truth for years. So how could a random voice know? Was this a coincidence? Or was something else happening? Something impossible?
I started recording the conversations. At least I tried to. Every night I placed my phone near the closet. Every morning I checked the recordings. Silence. Nothing. the voice never appeared. Yet I heard it clearly every night. Why couldn't the microphone hear it? That question led me somewhere unexpected. I searched the house's history, old newspaper archives, property records, local rumors. At first, I found nothing. Then I discovered an article from 1987. A teenager had disappeared from the same bedroom, the exact room I slept in, and his name made my stomach drop because it matched mine.
His name was Liam Carter. Same first name, same age, same room. According to the article, he vanished without a trace. No suspect, no evidence, no explanation. The case remained unsolved. Was the voice connected to him? Or was there something even stranger happening? The truth was hidden nearby.
That night, I confronted the voice. "Who are you?" For several seconds, nothing answered. Then came a reply. "I've been waiting." My throat tightened. Waiting for what? The closet remained dark, silent. Then the voice said something that shattered everything I believed. "I'm not the first." Those 4 words echoed through my mind. Not the first? What did that mean? How many others had heard it? How many had disappeared? Suddenly, the closet door began moving on its own, slowly, almost inviting me closer. And that was when twist number 1 arrived. Behind the back wall of the closet, I found a hidden panel. It had been painted over years ago. I pried it open. Inside was a narrow space, a secret compartment, and within it sat an old metal box. But what was inside changed the entire story. The box contained journals, dozens of them, written by different people across different decades, yet every journal described the same thing. A voice inside the closet, calling their names, giving impossible information. The oldest journal dating back nearly 80 years, and every writer vanished shortly afterward, except one. The final journal belonged to Liam Carter, the missing teenager. His last entry read, "The voice says it isn't trapped in the closet. The closet is trapped with it." I read the sentence 3 times. What did that even mean? Then I noticed something hidden inside the journal. A photograph. And twist number 2 was waiting. The photo showed Liam Carter standing in front of the house, but someone else stood beside him. A boy with my face, my exact face. Same eyes, same smile, same everything. The picture was taken 30 years before I was born. How was that possible? Who was the other boy? The answer was horrifying. I showed the photograph to my grandmother. The moment she saw it, her expression changed. She became pale, terrified, silent. Then she admitted a family secret she had hidden for decades, a secret nobody was supposed to know, and it connected directly to me. She told me I had an identical twin, a brother. According to my family, he died shortly after birth. I had never heard this before, never suspected it. But my grandmother wasn't finished, because she didn't believe he died. She believed he was taken, and someone knew exactly where. That night, the voice sounded different, stronger, clearer, almost excited. It spoke a single sentence. "I remember when they separated us." My heart nearly stopped. Separated us? Who was talking? The missing teenager? My twin? Something else entirely? Then came twist number 3. The voice began revealing events from my life, not memories, future events. The next morning, every prediction came true, every single one. A broken traffic light, a school lockdown drill, a neighbor's accident, all exactly as described. The voice knew the future, and it had a warning for me. Don't open the door tomorrow.
that was all it said. Nothing more. The next evening, someone knocked on the front door. A stranger, tall, nervous, holding an old photograph. The same photograph from the journal. And he claimed to know who the voice really was. But his explanation made no sense. According to him, the voice wasn't a ghost. It wasn't a spirit. It wasn't even human. He believed the closet connected to something outside normal reality, something that collected memories, names, lives, and once it learned enough about a person, it never let them go. Yet there was one final revelation. That night, I entered the hidden compartment alone. The voice called my name again, not whispering anymore, speaking normally, like an old friend. Then I noticed words carved into the wall, hundreds of names, including mine. But beside my name was a date, tomorrow's date, and underneath it were 4 chilling words. You're finally coming home. And that's when I understood the truth. The voice had never been trying to scare me. It had been preparing me, guiding me, leading me toward the compartment from the very beginning. Every clue, every whisper, every secret, all part of a plan. But whose plan was it? And why was my name already written there? The answer remains unknown. The next morning, I woke up on my bedroom floor. The hidden compartment was sealed shut. The journals were gone. The photograph had disappeared, and nobody believed my story. But every night at exactly 2:13 a.m., I still hear a voice from inside the closet. And now it says something different. It doesn't call my name anymore. It calls yours. So tell me, if a voice inside your closet whispered your name tonight, would you answer?